Hello everyone and welcome back once again. This is your science teacher here, and this time I am here with the third chapter of grade 7 science NCERT textbook, that is fiber to fabric. And students, this one is the second part of your chapter number 3, and we already discussed the first part of this chapter. Students, in the first part of this chapter we already discussed about the different kind of animals from whom we basically get the wool, and we also discussed in the first part of this chapter about the different process of obtaining wool from animal fleece. Now students, in the second part of this chapter we will learn and discuss about the silk production. So let's continue to the chapter. Now students, as you can see here the heading, the production of silk. Students, silk is basically obtained from an insect that is called silkworm. As you can see here in this figure, this is the insect silkworm from where we basically get the silk. And students, sericulture is the process of breeding and raising of silkworm in order to obtain silk from them, and it is basically starts by raising silkworm and then processing the fibers they produce. Students, the silk fibers that's basically obtained from silkworms are combined into silk thread, and the thread can then be twisted into silk yarn or woven into silk cloth. Now students, let's understand that how silk fiber is obtained from this silkworm. So for this, let's discuss the life cycle of silk moth. Now students, as you can see here, this is the adult female silk moth. Students, when the eggs of this adult silk moth hatches, then they produce larvae called caterpillar or silkworms. As you can see here, this adult silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time, and when these eggs hatches, they produce larvae called caterpillar or silkworm. Now students, after the next stage of the caterpillar life, means silkworm lives, is called the pupa stage. And students, at this stage the caterpillar weaves a net that can hold it, and then the caterpillar swings its head in the shape of an 8 in order to form a net around itself. And students, as I said, that at pupa stage, silkworms round its heads in 8 shapes, and at this stage silkworm secreted fiber. And students, this fiber is basically made up of a protein, and students, at this stage the silkworm secreted a certain kind of protein from its mouth, and when this protein comes in contact with air, it becomes hardened and forms the silk fiber. And then the caterpillar covers itself into silk and turns into pupa, and this stage at which the caterpillar covering itself is called the cocoon stage. And then the caterpillar turns into a silk moth inside in this cocoon. And students, the silk yarn or the silk thread is basically obtained at this cocoon stage. And students, there are basically different types of silk are obtained because due to different kind of silk moths. But in India, basically the mulberry silk moth is the most common kind of silk moth, and the silk fiber that is basically produced by mulberry silk moth is very soft, elastic and shining in nature. Now students, let's discuss that how the silk that is basically obtained from the silkworm is processed. So students, in rearing of silkworms, the first step is rearing. Students, in rearing, the silk farmers basically buy hundreds of eggs of the silk moth and raise them, and these eggs are generally large in number because a single silk moth can lay 100 of eggs at a single time. Then students, it's necessary for the silk farmers to give these eggs a suitable, appropriate environments, means temperature, humidity and hygienic condition in order to hatch larvas. Then students, after hatching, the larvas are then kept in a bamboo tray, and this process is basically conducted when the fresh leaves appear on the mulberry trees, as the mulberry leaves is the only food source for mass rearing of silkworms. Then these caterpillar feeds for around 25 to 30 days, and then after 25 to 30 days these caterpillar moves into a chamber in the tray to build a cocoon. And then after this, once the cocoon when spun then gets attached to the rocks present in the Bangalore train. As you can see here, when the adult silk moth lays 100 of eggs at a single time, then these eggs hatched a larva that are basically called caterpillar or silkworms, and then these silkworms and larva secrete a certain kind of protein from their mouth, and this protein when comes in contact with air, it becomes hard, and this stage is called cocoon. Now students, as you can see here, the heading processing of silk means at cocoon stage how silk fiber is basically obtained from cocoons. So students, for this, first of all, the cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled so that the silk fibers can separate out from them. Then after this, the reeling of silk takes place, and students, it is a process in which the cocoon threads are processed to be used as silk. As you can see here, the silk fibers is reeled on, and then these silk fiber thus obtained are drawn and rolled into threads, and then these silk threads are used to make silk fabrics. Now students, that's all about your chapter number 3, and with this topic here, your chapter number 2 is completed. So I will be come back soon with another chapter. Till then, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy.